Welcome to Your American Dream. I'm Anisha Jennings, and today I'm excited to introduce Andrea Schulze Ingram, business coach, mentor, and founder of ASI Dynamic Business, a global consulting firm helping entrepreneurs design and implement strategic business plans that bring clarity and confidence. Based in Lafayette, Louisiana, Andrea works with clients across the US and internationally, including Guatemala, Peru, Ecuador, and beyond, offering bilingual coaching and actionable strategies that drive results. Her mission is to empower business leaders to transform ideas into sustainable success. Welcome, Andrea. Thank you so much for being here today and willing to be on my show.
Thank you, Anisha. Hello again. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really happy to be here and share my story with you, talking between women.
Yes, absolutely. And I know when we first met, you were telling me about your voice, your accent, and talking in English, talking in, like bilingual. Let's start there for a change, and then we'll go back to your story. So tell us a little bit about how does that affect people, using yourself as an example, when people have different languages and English is not their first language. How do you navigate life in general?
I think it's a fear that we always feel. Okay,
Mhm.
because we are not native in this language and we are like the worst judge of ourselves in
Yes.
that because we always think, okay, I'm doing well or not, I'm talking well or not, okay, and I'm going to connect, I'm going to pronounce in the right way, and for that reason we can block ourselves, okay,
Yes.
talking. And I think is a very good challenge for
Mhm.
us because we need to change our mindset
Right.
about ourselves, okay, our talent.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. So tell us a little bit about, your early life, how you came in here. You have a beautiful story. So let's start with, how you came here and what was your early life like and how did you start your business?
Well, I'm original from Chile, okay? I was born there and I've lived in different Latin American countries because my father was immigrant. He was working in an American company and we traveled for different countries in Latin America. And since I was child, I experienced the contact with different cultures. The last country that we lived as a family was in Venezuela, and we grew up in Venezuela. I grew up there. I studied there. I studied chemistry and pharmacy there, and I start my career in pharmaceutical companies. Until then, I moved because the political situation there in 2014. I moved to Ecuador and I start my business there because I have a very I had different situations there to find a job, and for that reason, I decide, okay, I'm going to start my own business, helping other business owner, and I start with that in 2014. But during the pandemic in 2020, I met my husband. He's living in Lafayette since I think 2009, something like that.
Okay.
After a long distance relationship, we were traveling during 2 years and then we got married in 2023 because he said, okay, we can't continue with this thing. I want you here. Okay. And that's how I start this new chapter in my life here in United States. And for that reason, I create my business here too.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I loved it the first time when I listened to your story about, how you moved and your love story is very amazing and very sweet.
Yeah.
So you have supported businesses across, Guatemala, Peru, Ecuador. What have you learned from working with entrepreneurs across different cultures?
I learn a lot of different business because I have clients in different sectors. Okay. I have
Mhm.
clients in pharmaceutical sectors, plastic sectors, construction sectors, and you always learn something from them. But the business, like a business, is always the same. The construction or the areas that you have in the business is always the same. You needed to have the administration things, you need to have a marketing, commercial. The structure is like the same, but they have different challenges. Sometimes the entrepreneurs, or you start like entrepreneur with an idea and you put all the effort on that, then you're going to grow and you need some structure for that. This is a real challenge that every entrepreneur has. Okay. And for that reason, way that I help them through strategic business plan, give them this opportunity to check how is going on in different aspects in the business, and how you are in this moment and where do you want to go then to growth. And through the business plan, through the strategy, you can find the best way to do different steps that you need to achieve the goals.
Perfect. So you moved across different countries, cultures. What were some of the challenges you faced in your work, and how did it transition into your business? Did you, obviously all of us have challenges when we start our businesses. So tell us a little bit about, the challenges you faced and how did you overcome them?
Well, one of the big challenge always I find it's the mindset of the business owner. Okay,
Mm,
because they feel like they are doing well, maybe until some situation, and for them they can continue doing the things. Okay, keeping doing that, we are going to have the same results. And you know that if you keep many times doing the same thing, you are not going to find the best results. You need to adjust different things because the environment is changing. And this is the first thing. Convince them that they need help. You need somebody to see outside of your business
yes.
different things and give you the right approach to find some kind of solutions, different strategies. And with that, you can continue, you can walk in your business with the right advice. This is one of the things. The other thing is, well, myself, I think, because the
Yes.
thing that we were discussing, okay? For me, it's very easy to talk with clients in Latin America, okay? Because they have a similar way to see the things, okay?
Mm,
Eh, but when you start in US, it's different because American is different than Latin American, okay? Maybe Latin American is more, I going to say, warm, but it's different. They not going to say no immediately. Maybe
uh,
with American, yes, because the American doesn't want to waste time. If
right.
they are not interested in something, okay, they're going to say no, like whatever. This is something different, okay, but it's good because when you are talking with an American business owner, you know that you are not going to waste the time, and he or she, they are not going to waste the time too.
Right, right. Beautiful. And that makes so much sense. It's always like, different cultures, they respond differently and they view things differently. So for you, from your childhood all the way till now, what helped you stay grounded and keep moving?
Oh, changes because I have a lot of changes for different countries, and probably that gave me flexibility, okay,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
and understanding different cultures. It's a challenge sometimes, but you learn about that. And for me, that gave me that, how can I say, maybe it's not only flexibility, is to put yourself in the other side, trying to
Yes.
understand the other person, because at the end, I'm not trying to selling something
Right.
for my business. I'm trying to help others through my business.
Right. Right. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So, you specialize in diagnosing problems and simplifying operations. How do you help entrepreneurs uncover the real challenges that they have in their business?
Well, diagnosis is the first step, okay? Because sometimes, and it's normal because we are human beings, okay? We
Mhm.
consider that our business are very good with this, but sometimes we don't see the reality.
Right.
With this diagnosis, I can see how really they are. And obviously, I'm trying to see them in other step. I'm trying to transfer this in them. Okay. How is your situation right now? And where do you want to be in 5 years, for
Right.
example? Okay, and they start to think that, because sometimes you have an idea but you don't put that in a right plan, in a reading plan.
Right. Right.
And when they start to think that, they can see, okay, I want to be in this situation, but I want to be there for me in that way. Okay. And then we start to talk about, okay, what do you need to creating your business to go there in the best way, because you need to do different steps, that trying, don't struggle all the time, don't fight with different things, that then probably you are going to see, I can't do that thing. I'm
Right.
trying to, through some methodology that I developed during those years, it's about to give you the smoothest way to do
Yes.
that thing.
Right. Right. Makes sense. So, what are some of the key elements that make a strategic business plan effective, not just in paper, but like in daily operations? What do you think people should focus on the most?
Follow up.
Right. I love that.
I think this is the key
Yes.
word, because normally you feel like you receive a plan, okay?
Right.
First
Right.
thing that I don't do is give you a plan. I
Mhm.
build the plan with you,
Right.
because you are the owner, you know about your company, your business. Doesn't matter if it's a small business or medium business, or you are starting with the business, okay?
Right.
I
Right.
build this, I create this a roadmap with you.
Right.
And doing that, you're going to feel like this is yours.
Right.
It's not
Right.
something that I'm imposed you, okay? And with that, you're not going to take this and put it in some way that you're never going to see again.
Right.
And the then action plan, okay?
Right.
I try to design objectives and projects, the projects going to help you as a business owner to achieve the goals.
Right.
And doing the right follow up, you're going to be sure that it's like a GPS. If
Yes.
you need to adjust something, okay, during the time or not, because things can change for
Yes.
some situation, but at the end, you have the whole roadmap and you can do different adjustments. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
But the
Absolutely.
follow up is the key thing. And when I work with business owners, I create with them, like I told you, but I do the follow up.
Right.
Always I try to convince them, give me some amount of time to do follow up, and then you can continue.
Yes, yes. That is so important. I like that you pointed that out because whether it is networking, whether it is we speak to someone, whether it is just checking in with someone, follow up is so important and it is so hard because you're doing so many things and you meet someone and then you come back to your business, your life, and whatever. And it's like been 3 days, 4 days, and you don't have that chance to follow up. It is so hard. So, many entrepreneurs look at planning. You need some sort of plan, but most of the business owners will put planning away because they're like, I just have to go, go, go. This is too much time. But if you do the planning, it is actually freedom. So, how do you help business owners understand that and structure a plan so that they can get more freedom?
The first thing is you can evaluate what is important and what is urgent, okay?
Mhm.
And taking this and analyzing the different tasks that you are doing, and if they really give you the change in your results or not, how they impact in your results. If you analyze this, you are going to make better decisions where you put your time,
Right, right. That
and
makes sense.
then trying to talk with them about, okay, you can't have the schedule full all the time.
Yes.
You need to, it's about to manage time
Mhm.
and not distribute your time. This is
Right.
different. When you see your schedule, always we trying to distribute different tasks in
Yes.
in our schedule during the week, and this is a wrong thing. We need
Right.
to manage our time. Which is more important thing that I need to do,
Right.
and do it first, and then have some amount of time, because always you're going to have things that you don't contemplate.
Mhm. That's
And
true.
if they appear, you need to have time to attend that. And the most important things that you can or you should do during the days, this is something that you need to think all the time.
Right.
If you
So,
do that
mhm.
as an entrepreneur, probably you're going to see the plan like in different way. Okay,
Right,
more
right.
than something helpful
Yes,
for you.
absolutely. So you work across people with different time zones, right?
Mhm.
And you have a full calendar. So tell us a little bit about how do you manage your calendar, how do you structure it, and how do you manage your time?
Well, since I start my own business, I have time for me too.
Mm,
Okay. I start the day doing meditations for things, okay, because I'm really convinced about energy, that we
yes.
needed to have good energy to start the day, okay? And I do exercise. I take time for that. I do exercise in the morning, and then I start with my calendar between 9:30, 10 a.m., different things. Not all the time is a meeting. No, because I need to work with the business owners in different aspects that they have in their business to do the right follow up. Okay.
Right.
I analyze how they are going, or I have a meeting and I have some schedule until 5 p.m., 5:30, because I try to care my home.
Right. Right. So, what do you think are some of the biggest misconceptions business owners have about hiring a coach or creating a business plan?
They think that they don't see a business plan like an investment for them.
Mm,
They see the business plan like a big expense. And I think this is a misconception and a big mistake.
mm,
Because if you do your business plan with the right strategy, you are going to have the right roadmap, and it's going to be easy for you to see if you are going in the right way, or if you are putting more energy in things that they're not going to give you the good results that you want, or if you are investing in a different way that we project, because the business plan, I don't know in other case, but
right.
in my case, do not only the business plan, I do projections, and I said why this projection in 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years are going to help you. Not only the amount that you're going to invoice, is about the expenses, is about the cost. Sometimes you find a business that they are not pointing the cost of goods in the right way. For example, I start with with a business in New Jersey. Okay.
Mm.
This is like a family owner chocolatier. Okay, the name is Candy Jar. And they start thinking that they are doing the right way in the cost of goods. And I explain, okay, you should do this and consider this, and then we start again doing different things and creating the right processes, for example, to have a better operation. All of these are going in the strategy business plan, and during the follow up, you can adjust, a change, or think in different ideas that you can incorporate in the strategy.
Right, right. That makes sense. So, as someone guiding others through change, how do you help your clients build the confidence to implement new strategies?
I try to find these new strategies with them.
Mm.
I've never say you should do that. No. If we do that, how you see this thing? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we can do this or we can do other thing and incorporate that. I try to be the partner for them.
Right, right.
Okay, not only the consultant that I'm going to say how you should do. No, no, no,
Right.
no. We are going to be partners because I want you have the success, because with your success I have mine.
Yes, absolutely. That is so well said. Like, as you grow in business, collaboration is so important, and finding the right people, hiring the right help is definitely helps you grow. Doesn't, like, you can only grow alone so much. So you need collaboration. So that's great.
Yes.
So tell us about, what does working with you look like? How can somebody reach out to you? What is your process?
Well, I have my webpage, okay? It's www.asidynamicbusiness.com. I have my Instagram too, that I'm trying to help them with different ideas all the time. It's more like education
Hmm.
for the business owners. I have my LinkedIn too. Well, they can have a different way to contact me, I think.
Yes, definitely. We will have all those links for our listeners in the show notes if somebody wants to reach out to you. So, what does living your American dream look like today as a woman creating opportunities across borders?
Well, I see me helping more women, okay?
Mhm.
Because I work a lot with men. I don't know why, okay? But I want to help women too. Now I have two clients. They are women, and in the past I had women too, and I think the community as a women can give us more opportunities. Now the women community is different than in the past. I
Right.
think we understood that we can help each other.
Right, right. Yes, it is growth together. It's not a
Mhm.
one person show. So, what do you think are the mindset essentials for entrepreneurs to move from reactive to proactive in their businesses?
Always they are reactive. This is normal. And one of the things that with my methodology that I start is, okay, how is your business? Reactive with business, or it's a proactive, it's a strategy that you follow in your business, and always is reactive because
Right,
they feel like, okay, here I have a fire, here I have other fire, and need to do different things to fix this.
right.
If you change the mindset as entrepreneur, as a business owner, and you go to design your strategy and your business plan, you're going to see better different aspects, different ways to do the things,
Yes,
and you're going
definitely.
to have the right time for that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, how do you balance empathy and accountability when you're mentoring your clients through very tough decisions?
I try to help them through the empathy because I'm a business owner too, and I'm trying to explain them that I would be in your position if I have your business, okay? But I try to give them the accountability that they need to doing this follow up. The way that you do the follow up, you're going to feel more accountability, uh, because you're going to feel that, okay, it's me, I'm creating this, and doing the follow up, I can see how I'm going better.
Absolutely. That's great advice. So, if you could leave one piece of advice for entrepreneurs listening, what would it be about clarity, courage, or consistency? What is, from your experience all this far, what would be your advice?
Courage, because you need to trust on yourself and go to do the things. Okay. Consistency, because if you trust on your idea, if you trust on your business, with consistency, you can create the business that you want. And what was the other?
Clarity.
Okay, the business plan is going to give you the clarity.
Yes. Absolutely. So, if there is one thing that, has been your guiding light from your childhood all the way now, that you're like, that helps me stay focused, stay grounded, and I can move and I keep going because of that was instilled in me as a child, what would that be?
Woo! Well, I think with all that experience, I trust on my gut.
Yes, the body doesn't lie. That's true. Like, you do feel like when you're making decisions, you do feel something in your gut, and you have to, they don't just say trust your gut for no reason. It's true.
Yes. For example, the big challenge was to decide to come here, to live here, because
Right.
with all the changes, sometimes you feel like, okay, you are stable in doing these things. Okay. And as a human being, this is normal that you try to keep your comfort zone. Okay. Then, if you have some decision that you need to take, you try to feel, okay, I'm going to see me there. Okay. If I there, what I'm going to feel. For that reason, I'm safe. I'm trusting my gut.
Yes, absolutely. And it's so true. It is your body, the energy, the gut will help you make the decision. So, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for being here today, sharing your experience, sharing all the work that you do. I wish you the very best.
Oh, thank you, Anisha. It was an amazing experience to be here and try to share good ideas for other women. And if they are business owners, well, do it what you need to do.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
As we close this insightful conversation with Andrea Schulze Ingram, I'm reminded that success isn't built overnight. It's built through clarity, courage, and a strategic plan. Andrea's journey shows that structure doesn't stifle creativity, it gives it room to grow. If you're ready to bring that same clarity to your online presence, I'd love to help you design a website that reflects your mission and momentum. This is Anisha Jennings reminding you that your American dream is just a plan away. Until next time.